where we read from a daily reader or a devotional, and we learn tools and principles, including but not limited to prayer, meditation, and breath work, to help us to stay more present and to live better lives. We meet on here regularly at 7 a.m. daily, unless noted otherwise, due to issues, work, different things. Yeah, it just really depends. Like last night, I didn't sleep real well, so that's why I'm late this morning getting here. So wanted to apologize for that, y'all. I did give y'all a notice, so let y'all know. I think probably only like 10 minutes before though. So just woke up this morning. Yeah, not feeling fully refreshed, and I'm not gonna half-ass anything that I do. So I just want to make sure y'all were aware of that. And yeah, I want to bring myself fully to all of these. So if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to this channel for similar content and future episode updates. Without further ado, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get started this morning. Hope everybody's having a great weekend so far. Doing pretty good here on my side here, and getting ready to go work out a little bit here shortly. Get my day started, head to work today. So wherever you're at, go ahead and find somewhere like a stopping point you can get to. Take a little bit of time here to focus on your self-care this morning. Give you a couple minutes to get there. Hopefully these glasses aren't reflecting a little bit. I think they'll be okay though. Don't look too bad. Like my certificates might have a little reflection in them too, so we just do the best we can, right? Okay, so go ahead and whenever you're ready, if you're in a safe place and comfortable doing so, you go ahead and close your eyes. Just take some cleansing breaths, breathing in your nose, out your mouth. With each inhale and exhale, just allow your body to get more and more relaxed. If you're carrying any burdens from the past, any worries about the future, you're not meant to. So just let those go. Any weight on your shoulders, just let it go. Give it to God. If you believe in God, surrender it. Let it go. Whatever's best for you. This could include regrets from the past, something you should have done, something you didn't do, thought you should have done, didn't do. Just let it all go. No need to carry around all that stress, burdens. So everything's a choice, and you're free to make the choice to let all that go in this moment. Just keep breathing. Sometimes I have to remind myself during meditation to keep breathing. Okay, just do one more breath, breathing in your nose deep as you can. If you're holding on to any other stress, burdens, worries, anything like that, blow it out audibly on the exhale. If you don't think you're holding on to any, then still blow it out audibly on the exhale. Because sometimes we can unconsciously store these things in our bodies. And we're going to go ahead and do the serenity prayer next. Do the short version today. And prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, courage to change things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So whenever you're ready, you can go and open your eyes. Say June the 14th day. When I first started going to Al-Anon's meetings, the phrase "came to believe" struck me as nothing new. All my life I have been taught to believe in God, and I have always done so. To act on my belief, however, was an entirely different matter. When asked in step 3, to decide to turn my will and my life over to the care of God, I wasn't sure that I could. I felt frightened to turn over even the slightest thing, so I decided to start small. First, I turned over a reaction someone had to something that I said. I was amazed to discover that although the person didn't react as I wished, I still felt at peace and was able to respond appropriately. Soon I was turning slightly larger issues over to God. In time, my trust was in my higher power. My trust in my higher power began to grow. The following analogy helped me understand trust even more. A rock climber has a rope for safety. Unless he uses it, however, the rope does no good. Trust, through which I commit the action of turning over my daily challenges to my higher power, is my rope, my lifeline. It allows me to be more serene and take on life in ways that might otherwise seem reckless or ridiculous. For me, faith isn't a feeling, rather it's a reality based on the results of my choice to trust. My belief transforms into faith as I take the action required by step 3 and make a decision. Thought for the day: if I don't take the action to trust, my higher power has nothing to work with. My actions demonstrate my willingness to be helped, and time after time the help I need is given to me. That's from the book Courage to Change, page 48. Yeah, this reading here is actually a quite challenging one for me as far as trust, because my glasses are reflecting pretty good now. I can see, so I'm going to go ahead and take them off here just for the camera. It's one I've struggled with for a long time. You need to trust in God, because a lot of my childhood was freaking screwed up really bad. I lived with an alcoholic stepdad for a few years. Also got bullied a good bit of my childhood, and also had probably about a year of sexual manipulation and abuse. And it's really hard to trust God. I'm thinking, why would a God of love allow that kind of stuff? So this is the current struggle still. I'm doing the best I can with it. I do trust God with small things sometimes in my life, and that does really seem to help. But the big things, it's really hard. It's hard for me right now for the big things. If y'all have anything to add to this, definitely leave it in the comments below. Your experience with trusting your higher power, God, Jesus, the universe, whatever you want to call it. Be curious to hear about that. But mine is, like when I'm going about my day, I just kind of live moment to moment, and that to me, that is a little bit of trust. I just take things one day at a time, one moment at a time, and that helps me with that trust. And things usually end up working out, to be honest, most of the time. I don't say all the time, but the majority of the time they work out. I think all the time they probably work out, maybe just not maybe just not the way I thought they would work out. But anyway, that's pretty much all I can say on that. Maybe some of y'all can add a little bit more value than I can there. But yeah, I often wonder about a lot of things. A friend of mine was bringing up reincarnation the other day, brought it up, and I'm like, hey, you know what? I don't know. I didn't believe it initially. Now I'm kind of like, maybe it is a possibility. If we just kind of think about things and we put off the religion that we were taught, the books, a lot of the books that are out there that we were taught. I mean, not to say a lot of the stuff in there are not true. There's a lot of things in the Bible I completely agree with and think is true, but I really like to experience things, to see things, to believe it. For the most part of my life, I used to not do that. They just tell you in the church, just to believe it. You just have to have faith, and that's it. But to me, that's not enough. To me, I want some experience. I want some experiential things in my life, right? I don't know about y'all, but I want to experience things. Then I'll really believe it, right? Really have the belief once I experience it. So, I don't know. Like that's a lot of tough things to deal with. Like, he told me about a book. I haven't purchased it yet. I'm planning on probably purchasing it eventually. But he said, "Yeah, what do you think about a God that people that if God's here, God's exist, God's real?" Which I have no doubt that He is. I believe in God. I'm not an atheist. But he brought up something like, how can you be born like in Kenya to a family that can't afford to put food on the table and you're starving, don't have any food to eat from day to day? How does that happen? And to me, the only real thing I can think of is maybe reincarnation. Possibility. I mean, because maybe it's dependent on what level of consciousness is we're at when we die. If we're kind of like up here in love and joy and peace and serenity and gratitude, acceptance, and maybe when we're reborn, we're born to a rich family, and we get to have anything we ever wanted, right? Anything we ever wanted, we ever asked for. But maybe if we're down here, really like an evil person living in rage, living in anger, then maybe when we come back as maybe, I don't know, maybe like born to like a family in the mafia or something, right? It's just kind of an example of what I'm thinking of right now, but who knows, right? Who knows? I mean, I've never experienced it. Have any of y'all ever experienced it, dying and coming back? Let me know. I know a lot of near-death experiences that I've heard of. People see the light, love and the light. They're like completely dead and then they come back. So, but Christian and non-Christian, by the way, if y'all are out there, Christians out there, then there's people say they go down and they see like fire and the hell and experience all this torment and all that. So it's really all levels of that scale, right? Love up here and anger and hate down here. So you gotta wonder. It makes you wonder really about that. I think all of it, though, all of life we come here to learn is we really try to learn to what our purpose is, live our purpose, and learn lessons along the way. So, yeah, it's very, very interesting. So, kind of got off our topic a little bit here, I think. Actually, a good bit. So, sorry about that ranting, y'all. I need to get my ADHD stack started over here. I hadn't started it yet this morning, so. I know y'all got some value out of that, I'm sure. At least make you think some, right? Make you think a little bit this morning. So, about the afterlife, maybe. So, but y'all take care. God bless. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow morning. bright and early. More than likely, unless I change, I'm considering changing my podcast time on Sunday and Mondays to maybe 10:30 a.m., 10 or 10:30 a.m. So I'm kind of thinking. But we'll see. I got to look at my workout schedule and stuff too, and kind of work it around there as best as I can. But the rest of the week is going to be, most of the rest of the week anyway, is going to be early, 7 a.m. So, as always, y'all, peace and love. Bye for now.